Hi students, how are you all? I hope all of you are doing well. As you know very well, I am Sridhar, your science teacher. Okay, in science, I am going to teach you the topics which are related to the physics and chemistry. Physics and chemistry. Okay, very first, I would like to congratulate you all because you all are promoted to your next class. And also, I would like to wish you all the best for your next academic year. Okay, very first, let us start in this class. Very first, let us start with one physics topic. Okay, before going to start the topic, okay, very first, I would like to ask you one question. What is that? If anyone asks you what is physics, how can you give the answer? How can you define the word physics? Is anybody? Now let us see how can we define the word physics. How can we define this word physics? Okay, here physics. Physics is nothing but it is a branch of science. Branch of science, and also it will gives the relation between the matter and energy. It will give the relation between the matter and energy. That means what here? Here the physics is the branch of science which gives the properties, which will studies the properties and nature of matter and energy. It will give the relation between the matter and energy, how they are related to with each other and how they affect with each other with concern to the time and space. Okay, like this we can define the term physics. This is one of the branch of science. Okay, and also here physics can be classified into many ways. In many ways we can classify the physics. But among those, one of the most important classification is that physics can be classified into the two categories. The first one is classical physics. What is that? Classical physics. And second one is modern physics. Second one is what? Modern physics. Okay, now let us see what is the difference between the classical physics and modern physics. Okay, now see here, before the 19th century, that means what? Before the year of 1900, whatever the physics topics and whatever the hypothesis and whatever the assumptions of the physics we have, whatever the ideas of physics we have, all these are called as the classical physics. That means by that time, many of the scientists they have given their assumptions and their hypotheses and their ideas. Okay, all those have only some of those became the theories and laws, and next one is what rules. For example, whatever the ideas assumptions given by those physicists, only among those only some of them became the what theories, and some of those became rules, and some of those became laws. Okay, and see here we are using the words theories, rules, and laws. We feel in many situations in physics, in many times we used to listen these words theories, rules, and laws. Actually, we feel that all these have the similar words and all these will have the same meaning, but there is a lot of difference between the theories, rules, and laws. What is that difference? Now let us discuss in our next classes. Okay, here that means whatever the assumptions, ideas, and they have given the physics by the time of the classical physics, they only some of them have the mathematical rules and mathematical results, and some of them have the experimental evidences. Most of them not have the experimental evidences. And when we come to the modern physics, after the year of 1900, after the year of 1900, whatever the ideas and theories and assumptions given by the scientists, each and every theory, each and every assumption, each and every idea of physics have the mathematical results, and also every idea is having the experimental evidence. So that is the reason there is a lot of difference between the classical physics and the modern physics. Okay, so this is about the what introduction about the science and the physics. Okay, yeah, students, in grade 9 in physics today let us start the topic work and energy. What is the topic? Work and energy. Okay. Now see here. In this lesson, what we are going to discuss here. In this lesson, we are first of all we are going to discuss about the work and energy. Very first, let us discuss about the work. Here in this one, we will discuss and we will define the work. Okay, what is work and what is the formula for the work and what are the SI units of work. SI units of work. Okay, all these topics we will discuss in this one. How can many times we use this word work in our daily life situations. So if anybody asks how can you define the work, how can we define the work actually? So that we will learn in this lesson. Definition of work and formula for the work, SI units of work, and also we will solve some problems which are related to the work. And also after completion of this topic work, next we will discuss about the energy. About the energy. In this also we will discuss about the definition of energy and formula and also SI units of energy, and also here also we will solve some problems which are related to the energy. And also here we have the lesson name work and energy. But in this lesson, at the end of the lesson, we will discuss about one more topic. What is that means about the work, energy, and power. Okay. Here, see here, work, energy, power. Here also in this topic, we will discuss about the definition of power and formula for the power, and also here also we will solve some problems which are related to this power. Now see, come to this topic, work and energy in this lesson. In this lesson we are discussing about the work, energy and power. Here, why we are discussing here work and energy and power. These three terms, if you observe, these three words are closely related to each other. In many situations, we use these words in our daily life situations. Sometimes, without knowing the correct meaning of these words, instead of energy, sometimes we use the word work. Sometimes instead of work, we use the word power. Sometimes instead of power, we use the word work or energy. Like this. Actually, meaning of all these three different words is same or not? No. Here work is different, energy is different, power is different. Each and every individual word is having its specific definition and also meaning. Okay. So and also in this lesson we will discuss about the different types of energies also. What are the different types of energy and what are the different forms of energy. So like this, in this lesson we will discuss about all these topics in this lesson. And next one, after completion of this lesson, we will able to, that means we will get the knowledge how to define the work, how to define the energy and how to define the power. And after completion of this lesson, we are able to distinguish between the work, energy and power. Okay, that means then we will come to know what is the main difference between the work, energy and power. Okay, and also in our daily life situations where we have to use the word work and where we have to use the word energy and also where we have to use the word power. So like this we will get knowledge about this work, energy and power after completion of this lesson. So now let us start the lesson work and energy. Okay.